Welcome in this special Sunday edition of On Texas Football. My name is Gerry Hamilton on the road here in Jacksonville, Florida. First couple days on the road, went to Saraland High in Mobile to see KJ Lacey, four-star quarterback commitment for the Texas Longhorns. Then on Friday, went from Mobile over to Carrollton, Georgia to Mount Zion High for a sectional track meet to see Kevin Wynn, four-star defensive lineman who just recently set up an official visit to Texas for June 14th through 16th after Kenny Baker stopped by the school Tuesday. I had a chance to sit down with both of these guys for lengthy interviews, and I wanted to bring those to you guys, all the Texas fans out there. Again, KJ Lacey, four-star quarterback commitment from Saraland High, set in at his practice on Thursday. Then on Friday, went to Carrollton, Georgia to see Kevin Wynn, 6'2", 315-pound defensive lineman from Greene County, who is down to four schools. Those four schools are Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, and Florida State. He'll visit all those schools in June. KJ Lacey remains committed to Texas. Auburn was at the practice that day. They were three deep with the coaching staff watching KJ Lacey. His official visit to Texas is June 21st through 23rd. All right, Texas fans, enjoy these two interviews with two of the top targets for the Longhorns in the 25 class.
On Texas Football here with KJ Lacey, Texas quarterback commitment. KJ, let's start with the spring, man. Second day of spring ball. Y'all have a 14-day window. Spring game coming up in 2 weeks. What are you working on this spring as a player?
Getting our chemistry down with our new players that came in this year. Just being an overall leader of the team, taking over that leadership role. I feel like doing that take a really big step in our team. Since we lost so many people last year, and just working on my accuracy, ball placement, just seeing the defense better, just making quicker decisions overall.
As a young quarterback that's maturing now,
right.
Senior year, is this when you start getting to make some checks at the line? You make
Right.
some calls along the line, right? Is that one of the big things that's coming for you as a senior?
I feel like I've been doing that the whole high school career,
Yeah.
honestly. The check part, the O-lines, I can tell them slide wherever if I feel like it's a blitz coming from somewhere else. I think it kind of started in the middle of last year, so
Yeah.
It's not really a really big switch coming in, but I feel like it's going to be like a really big leadership role, like I said.
Where do you think you've improved as a player from last year to your senior year?
Making quicker decisions and, finding the easy completions most of the time, and then also, not forcing the ball where I need to, forcing it all the time, but, just making the smart plays and taking my shots when I need to.
Yeah, and obviously you put on some good weight, man.
Yes, sir.
What did you play at last year? What are you at now?
I played at around 170 maybe the whole year last year, and I'm around 186, 187 right now.
Okay. Do you feel that strength, man?
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
you feel
Oh,
it,
yeah.
right?
Yes,
Everything
sir.
you do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Talk about your basketball background, right?
Right.
We talked about this. You're a point guard, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk about the similarities there from point guard to quarterback and just the sports mind, the sports understanding in general, and how that helps you at quarterback.
At point guard, you're bringing up the ball up the court every time, so just finding your teammates in space when you need to, and then also taking those shots that you're always going to have. You have the ball, your primary ball handler the whole time, so you get to control what's going on the court. And I think the same thing was football as a quarterback. You control where the ball goes and how it gets there, and if you score touchdowns or not.
What is kind of talk about? You were at Texas for the spring game.
Right.
What impressed you about Texas at the spring game before we get to your talk with Sarkisian and Coach Milwee? What impressed you about Texas at the spring game?
Just the overall quarterback play, offensive play, weapons everywhere. Everybody thought losing X and AD, all those guys, JT. Everybody thought it was gonna be a problem, but I don't think anybody's gonna fall off at all. The new guys like Wingo and Bond, everybody's going to take over this year.
What do you talk with any of the Texas quarterbacks when you're there? Do you kind of pick their brain, ask any questions like Quinn or Arch or Trey Owens? Have you talked to any of those guys before?
Right, yes, sir. I talk to Quinn and Arch every time I go up there.
Yeah.
Mostly, I get a pretty good conversation with Arch all the time just because I've known him for a long time.
Right.
With the quarterback country thing. So,
yeah, exactly.
And also just hearing stuff that he says from David Morris over at QB Country also.
What does Arch say about Texas to you?
He loves it. I reposted one of his things. Touchdown pass to Bond. Yeah. He just takes me back to, he said, you're next. So,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So then, obviously, you met with Steve Sarkisian, right, at the spring game or when you were there. What are y'all's conversations like? What has he kind of told you about, I guess, Texas and his plans for you?
Right. Taking over that recruiting role, getting some of those players to, lock in on these official visits that are coming up. And, just keeping, like conversation going with the other guys that are like committed to other places and, all that. But he's just ready for me to get in so we can work. So,
And was that the first trip your parents made with you?
they came last year it was something else. I forgot what they came.
Yeah,
Pool party.
Okay, yeah, pool party.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
so what were their thoughts? I mean, obviously parents see it from their
Right,
eyes,
yes,
you
sir.
see it from your eyes. What were their thoughts on the spring game visit?
Yeah, that was their first live game,
Right.
or, seeing a practice or anything. So they loved it. My mom always loves coming out to Austin with me. She came to a practice the week before, I think. So
Okay.
she's everybody's loving it. So
Yeah. Yeah, and so I think Coach Milway's coming out to see you next week. How often y'all talk? What are those conversations like? Is it more life? Is it more football? Kind of, y'all have known each other in the process so long now.
Right. Most of it's just it's kind of a mixture. He asked me how the family's doing, how our team's doing, all that. Then he'll tell me about how the quarterbacks are doing during the spring or the practices is going on. So, they had like a little cookout thing going on during the draft and just talking about life, honestly.
Well, so when you watch Texas, and you study the scheme, are there similarities to what y'all do here? Are there some similar calls, similar plays, things y'all run? Obviously, Coach Kelly's one of the best offensive coaches around. Are there some similarities there?
Oh yeah, yes sir, for sure. Just the way we use our receivers, like our X guy, or any of them in general, just moving the ball around. Our running backs have a really big part in the game also. So the offense is definitely similar. Seeing that while they're playing, they run a couple of plays that we run some of the same plays. So yes sir, for sure.
If I asked you for the most important things for a quarterback, what would you say the most important keys are for a quarterback to really maximizing the position?
Right, leadership and knowledge, honestly, just knowing the game and, if somebody, and also learning. So the biggest part is the learning part because everybody's going to have something to teach you just to add on to your game. So once you get those three things down, then, going places.
And as a senior, where do you truly want to improve? Is there one area that you're looking at? Okay, I've watched my junior tape.
Right.
I went back through my junior season. This is one area I want to get better as a senior.
Finding my running back more, check downs, always finding those because most times in our plays our running backs open a lot, but I tend to, like sometimes last year I didn't go to him all the time, but the times that I did get the ball to him, he made really big plays. So definitely that. And then, like I said, ball placement also.
All right, that's Sarah Lang, 4-star quarterback, KJ Lacey, committed to the University of Texas. Thank you, KJ.
Sure.
All right, on Texas football here with Greene County 4-star defensive lineman Kevin Wynn. Kevin, Texas defensive line coach Kenny Baker was by the school Tuesday. That was your first time meeting Coach Baker. What were your initial impressions?
Hey, man, he sounded like a very genuine guy, man. He got a very genuine guy. He's, very straightforward. He was just, getting to know everybody. Even he would ask the people about me and what type of person I am, and I'm a good person, do I help people? Just getting background knowledge on me,
And you decided to set up an official visit for the June 14th through 16th. And you've never been out to Texas before, so what made you decide to set that visit up?
Well, I know Texas had came in late in the game and recruited with me, and I told them I was interested, but, they came in late, so I was like, I do got to give them a try, a chance. I wanted to come down there and see them as well because, it's Texas, so I wanted to come see, come down there and see it and see what they got more to offer.
Have you ever watched Texas play? Did you watch them play last year at all?
I think I haven't really had time to get glimpses of the game, but I've seen highlights on YouTube and TikTok.
So what did Coach Baker tell you about the University of Texas?
Hey, it's a great place. They build a lot of things. They had, they're building it. They got everything we need, nice facilities, really everything.
So you're down to 4 schools. Your official visits are Georgia May 31st through June 2nd, South Carolina the 7th through 9th, Texas the 14th through 16th, and Florida State the 21st through 23rd. So take me through those. Your thoughts on Georgia right now, heading into the official visits.
Well, yeah, Georgia, 40 minutes away, Georgia, 40 minutes away. Trey, he's a great guy. Kirby, great guy. All genuine guys.
When's the last time you were on campus there?
G-Day.
G-Day? Yeah. Kind of what was their message to you?
Like I said, 40 minutes away. 40 minutes away, right at hometown.
So I heard South Carolina's made a good move for you over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
What is it about South Carolina you're liking?
I like the people down there. Well, I like the people everywhere I've been to so
Yeah.
far. But like, I like Coach T-Rod. He's a very great guy, honestly. He's like one of those people you call on. If you need anything, he got you. But they really got a lot. They offer me the more stuff that I want to do outside of football.
Right.
It's really a big factor in what I want to take inside of my recruitment. With whoever can help me more on what I want to do outside football, really gonna have a.
Yeah, and we're going to hit on that in a second because it's going to be interesting to all fans. And then we talked about Texas. What about Florida State? Because they've been there with you for a while, and they get the last official visit. What are your thoughts on Florida State?
Hey, Florida State. Yeah, I love Florida State, man. They've been with me since my freshman year. That was actually my first offer. Ever since that, Coach Odell, he been on me. I've been talking to him. We've been in a great relationship.
Yeah, and when's the last time you were on campus at FSU?
A couple months ago. Like
Yeah.
Two.
Spring practice?
Yeah. No, I didn't make it this spring.
Oh, you make it the spring. Did you go to any spring practices?
For FSU?
Just anywhere?
Oh, yeah, I have. I've been to Georgia's. I've been to South Carolina's.
Okay.
I've been to Tennessee's.
Okay. Okay.
UAB's. I've been to a couple.
So how hard was it to cut that list to 4?
Pretty hard, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty hard. It's pretty hard to cut that list down, to be honest.
So now let's talk a little bit about off the field, okay? You want to be a chef. That's not one I hear a lot in recruiting, man. What is it? Why is that your love?
Well, growing up, my dad's side of the family always been good at not baking, but grilling and smoking food, like grilled food, anything, fried food, anything. My mom's side, always been good at like baking, soul food, everything at that side. So like when I was watching them, growing up, it was like, man, crazy thing that I really haven't like tried to go deep into like recipes until like when I got into high school and all this stuff. It basically like I go in there, I see, and I just start cooking. It just came out delicious. So.
What is it you love about football?
Contact.
Yeah, physicality.
Yeah.
So is everybody kind of recruiting you to play a little bit over the ball, mostly one tech type of thing, like a nose guard, a tilt, a shade? Is that what people are telling you?
So mostly, it's like really I could play everything like from 7 down if they need me to.
Yeah.
But they mostly want me interior, so like 3 and 1. So if there's some places that wanted me to play nose majority of the time, I can't do that because I'm more twitchy and faster.
Yeah. You're quick.
Than most people. So I was like, I like the 3 technique because like I like penetration. I like to go after the ball. I don't want to sit.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got to, I could take on blocks and stuff, but I'd rather go upfield. And I like to pursue and get after the ball.
What's this recruiting process been like for you, and what are you kind of looking for at the official visits as you get closer to a decision?
Can you say it one more time?
What's the process been like for you? Has it been better, worse than you thought, more stressful than you thought?
Definitely more stressful than I thought. At first I thought, okay, it's going to be cool, and then everybody started coming in. I was like, okay, I really got to manage this. My bad.
No, you're good. And so you got to manage it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so entering the official visits, are you guy that's going to go in with questions, or you kind of sit back?
Both.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I want to make sure what I want to do. When I go to college, I want to see if I can see myself. Sorry, it's all this wind.
I know, you're good.
All the dirt. Can I see myself being there for 46 years? Great facility, great people, and like I said, the big heavily factor is like what I want to do outside of football. So if you can offer me a lot more than the other people that I also like, and got a great relationship and everything, that's self-explanatory.
Who else have you talked to from Texas? Has it just been Kenny Baker? Have you talked to Coach Sarkisian? Anybody else on the staff?
Just Coach Baker.
Just Coach Baker. And kind of going over that one more time, what is it that he's kind of told you that impressed you? Because you've been on campus everywhere else you're going to officially visit. You haven't been to Texas. So what is it that really impressed you?
How he carries himself, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell he's a great guy. He got a strong faith. I also have a strong faith. I do a lot of ministries and Christian Young Life, all types of Christian ministries and all that stuff. So I think I kind of related with him, and he liked to help people too. I can tell, and I love helping people. So I feel like it's a great connection.
How hard do you think it's going to be to make a decision, and when do you want to make a decision?
Probably towards the end of June to August, before my football season starts.
Right. How hard is it going to be? How difficult is it going to be?
Pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. But it all depends on what happens on my OV next.
Yeah.
Through that time, the more information I gather, more information I see when I get there, and more I dig into.
Yeah, yeah. And, so what are your ultimate goals with football? I know what your ultimate goal in life is, to be a chef. What's your ultimate goals with football? Last question.
Ultimate goal in football, make myself better as a person, use football to what I want to do in life, obviously, and win some ball games.
All right, that is Kevin Wynn, Greene County 4-star here in the Peach State. This is On Texas Football. Thank you, Kev.
No problem.